We're live.
Let's go! What's up, everybody? It is Friday for Stay Cashin. No Tommy G, which is pissing me the fuck off today. I'm pissed. I mean, it's not even a joke either. I'm fucking pissed.
Go in, Bill. Get him. Get him.
This is bullshit. I wasn't even gonna do the show, guys. This is bullshit. He wants to stay up and fucking party and have a fucking business. I'm really fucking pissed. It's not even a joke. I'm not acting. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. Then, maybe I just won't be here anymore. That might be the bottom line for me. We set up this whole thing. We did this thing yesterday, and now he fucks it up. So that's how I feel. You guys figure it out from there. I don't know what to tell you. Ev, what's up?
I'm doing pretty well. I hit the plus 560 last night. I don't know about you guys, but
I did hit big parlays, and then I had Portland. That's the last piece of my parlay, and they fucked me. The Nets won, and they're coming back down 11, and I lost everything because of that. I had all my football right, the hockey, everything else. Stupid ass fucking Portland. And they even tied it at the end, and then Durant shoots the shot, bullshit, misses, and then the guy tips it in. Like, come on, bro, really?
Bro, the dude that he was just talking shit on, Rice O'Neal, was fucking. That's who tipped it in for him. He missed the fadeaway. He was short. The shot really never had a chance either.
Unreal.
And then he just tips it right in. I was like, you got fucking kidding me.
How you doing, Rackets, in the snow?
Dude, I've already shoveled my deck 4 times. There's fucking 3+ feet out there already. It's a fucking war zone.
I'm kind of pissed that the NFL moved that game. That was going to be the best game ever.
It's 100. Okay, so there's a lot of talk about that around here too. I just kind of let's just set the record straight on that one. It has nothing to do with not wanting to play the game here. It had everything to do with not being able to get the 70,000 people in and out of the stadium like safely, including the players. Like, it is a fucking war zone out there right now, guys. Like, no plow has been down any of these roads, and my parents live on a main road. There has not been a plow on there all day.
Yeah, there's no way they could have played there,
bro.
The MAC is playing there on Saturday. The Buffalo has a game there on Saturday, tomorrow.
No way.
See now, okay, so here's the difference.
That's
the mess. Okay, yeah, that's UB is different though. UB is different. Now, I'll explain this too. So where UB Stadium is actually in the North Towns, which is in Amherst. The city of Buffalo literally got no snow. They got 8 inches at most. Anything north of the city got nothing. Everything south of the city is what got buried. That's where my parents are. That's where I am. Everything south of the city is what got fucking hammered. That's where the Bill Stadium is. The UB Stadium is north of the city. They got almost nothing. And that's how crazy lake effect is. It's just that the winds just happened to keep it right below the city, and which is why we got dumped on, is because it never moved. It just kind of went right over. So there's the stadiums aren't in the same spot, and they're not even anywhere close. They're probably a half hour away from each other drive time.
But something that doesn't make sense to me is that Buffalo has this new stadium coming in, right? They're spending what, like however many $1 billion on it. I don't know what it is.
Bro, this has been a talking point now since they announced that they were going to start building it.
Yeah.
There's no dome on it.
Yeah, like Minnesota.
Exactly. And the people around here have been kind of pissed because we're like, why are we spending all this money on a new stadium? Which, it's not the issue is not the stadium. The issue is that you can't use the stadium 10 months out of the year or 9 months out of the year because it's either going to be raining, cold, or snowing. So the only time you're going to use it is during football season or a summer concert or something. So, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would you not have a retractable roof on it in a fucking where you're going to get 10 feet of snow? Yeah, exactly.
I hear you. So we were supposed to do. So I gave all the winners yesterday, the 3 winners, and then supposedly a couple other people who thought that they won. I mean,
it's on camera. Yeah, you can check.
Yeah, it's a different story. I mean, I get people texting me and stuff that they. Anyway, the 3 people who actually did win, you should have your free week. I sent that in. If not, just DM me. The cards and everything we're gonna have to push back till Monday.
And the gum.
And the gum, because I went to Tommy's house yesterday, drove to his house, dropped off the gum, did everything that I was supposed to do, and now he's not here. So kind of ruined everything that you guys all showed up for it and everything else, and that's ruined. But we will do it on Monday, I promise. And everybody the 3 winners, I have already spoken to all of you, so you know what the deal is. So we'll do that on Monday, and then we'll go from there.
I see my boy Drew in the chat. He said, "I'm a mile away from the Bill Stadium. It's nuts." Dude, he's literally right in the middle of it right now. He tweeted at me earlier today that he couldn't even open the back door on his deck to get outside. So it's fucking real, man. It's just wild out here.
That's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, yeah. So that game yesterday, I mean, it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. It was an all right game. Stuff that we thought that was going to happen happened. We cashed touchdown bet. Favre. Rodgers looked like shit again. Just back down to the old way that they play. That team is just garbage. I don't know what happened last week. They must have stepped in shit or something, but they're just bad. They're bad, and now I think they're officially done.
Dude, some of those throws Rodgers was making were just like embarrassing. Like the Sammy the Sammy Watkins thing, or the Sammy Watkins throw, like, yes, he missed him by 5 yards, but Sammy Watkins pretty much quit on the route too. But the 4th and 3 at the end of the game when he just chucked it down the sideline to Lazard, like Lazard gave up on that route halfway through it, and then he just chucked it up anyways. Like Rodgers looks like he quit a long time ago, but like he's trying to pretend that he didn't quit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's he's trying to make it look good, but it doesn't look good.
I mean, I think Tommy's right with that. He just wants to be on the McAfee show and do some ayahuasca.
Yeah,
he could be right.
I fucking hate him. I want to punch him right in his face. Aaron Rodgers.
I do have a burning question for you, Rackets. Did you take the under on that game?
I did not. I know I didn't. I took the double result. I didn't end up putting out the under. I took the double result. We got fucked on that too, but it's okay. It's still lost. At least I got the first half right, but
I mean, I'm just
Rodgers could never get back.
Everything I had hit. The Henry touchdown. I had even lowered Henry to 85 yards. He had 87. He had so many carries, 28 carries. Tommy hit that. I had Rodgers over 225. That just hit everything, and then it came down. And I couldn't even hedge, Rackets. I got because the hockey game was still going on. It was only 1-0 in the second, so I couldn't really do nothing with it.
That Devils game went to overtime too, didn't it? One of the games.
That was already over. That was already over.
Okay.
Devils had won, so it was just Vegas and Portland left. And then by the time I was right about to hedge, I got Portland or the Nets at 225, which wouldn't have done a lot, but I still would have gotten a little bit of money back. And I went to hit it, and then they scored, and it switched, and it went to like plus 110, and then I was done. I was nothing to do.
We knew that you were like pissed about something, but you made a mistake, and I think you said the Nets, that you had the Nets before you left, and we were trying to figure it out after you left. We're like, we thought he said he had the Nets, and then we kind of put it together. The Nets were up 5 when you bounced, and I'm like, he had to have Portland, and then once we figured it out, obviously, but that was a fucking terrible beat, dude. The Nets looked like shit pretty much the whole game, too.
Yeah, they were down by 11 at a point. It was bullshit. I got fucked. Thousands of dollars. It was ridiculous. But, yeah, so the NFL game went, as we thought. Tannehill played great. Titans are 7-3, and the Packers are done. 4-7. That's it.
Packers are done.
Done for them. And we did, pretty well on the day yesterday. So, that is that. What is going on in the NBA tonight? Right now, I just have one bet, and I'm going back to the well again. Luka Doncic over 1.5 steals. He's been getting it every game. I love that bet. He's been killing it with that. So I'm going with that again. Luka over 1.5 steals for you guys. Keep riding that. It's been hitting every fucking game. He's been getting 2, 3. So let's keep getting it, and let's keep going with that. I have a bunch of others, but I can't do anything until lineups come out. I know Luka's going to play tonight because he sat out the other day, and they had a day off. So this NBA is absolutely ridiculous. We were talking about it last night on the Discord.
It's crazy that it's already ridiculous and we're not even at Thanksgiving yet. The
Lineup-
fucking league the league's not even a month old yet, and we're already
Avery
talking
was
about this
saying
shit.
last night, the lineup for the Denver Nets game I think it was, didn't even come out. So there was never a lineup. They just started the game. So if you didn't watch the beginning of the game, you didn't even know who was playing. Like they never.
How is that even okay?
Yeah, they never posted a lineup. There's no rule when it's supposed to post. Like, if I played NBA DFS, I'd be going nuts. I don't know how some of you guys do it. That's ridiculous.
I don't fuck with that, no.
Last night, our bets, what was it, the Ivy bet. Tommy put it.
Oh, yeah, the Ivy.
Tommy put it out, and I'm looking at it, and I'm having it open while we're watching the football game. It's open on my screen, and I see it. It was like at 15 or something. Drops down all the way, keeps dropping. 14 and a half, 13 and a half.
It was 15 and a half minus 120 or minus 130 or something. Yeah. And then all of a sudden it went down to 12 and a half. We're like, what the fuck just happened?
15 and a half plus 270. And I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell? And then they're like, oh, he's out of the starting lineup. And then it starts, 5 minutes later, it starts going back up. Oh, he's back in the starting lineup. Well, what the hell is going on? So that's ridiculous again. Right up until game time, they took him out of the lineup, put him back in the lineup. So that, what only thing is going to happen with that is that these sports books who got fucked on that last night, who put it all the way down to 13 and a half and people bet back on it, they're just not going to put it out anymore.
No, they're just going to keep it locked the whole fucking time.
They're going to keep props locked until game starts. That's just, baby, you're not going to be able to get anything in. It's crazy. It's bullshit. I don't know how the NBA gets away with this. I don't know.
What was it? There was a yardage prop on Monday night, and it didn't end up hitting, but we were waiting for it to fucking unlock for like what seemed like a quarter and a half. I don't remember whose it was, but we were just sitting there, and it would unlock for like a quarter of a second, and then it would relock again for another 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah, because that Luka's out now, guys. That's why I want to get that in really fast in case it moves or changes or whatever the fuck.
What's the juice on that?
Minus 110. What? Any news from yesterday, Ev?
I guess the only news is that Judge won the MVP, right?
Yeah, a lot of people lost. A lot of people had Ohtani.
Which I still think is the right bet, but is what it is, man.
It is, but it probably, he pitched and played, and hit and everything. I mean, guy was great. There's just nothing you can do. It's not most valuable player. So it's, it says MVP, but it is really an MVP. I mean, but I saw a couple people had Judge in their parlay, so some people hit for like 25 grand. I saw.
I think that dude hedged a different parlay. Like he made like 2 of the same ones. He made the exact same thing, one with Ohtani and one with Judge. So I think he still won something.
Nice. That was about it, Ed. Nothing else new today.
Yeah, I mean, there's no news going on really at all.
There's really not much except for the snowstorm that's going on. And then we got the World Cup starting on Sunday. I heard some places are serving alcohol, just not
the private suites. Like if you ponied up the money for one of those private suites that were like exponential thousands of dollars, then you can drink there. So
yeah, the rich get to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yep,
so.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can drink there, but you probably end up getting decapitated a few hours later.
What up, Howie Dewey?
What's going on?
I mean, they were talking about this morning. I turned on Channel 2 about, how we having it in Qatar because of they hate gays, they hate everything. I mean, it's crazy. It's like that movie. What the fuck is that movie with Adam Sandler when he's like he plays the foreign guy who's really good at stuff. Like
Zohan.
Zohan.
Yeah, Zohan.
Remember? And in that one part where the guy, the ring announcer guy who was in it, who says, "Let's get ready to rumble." What the fuck?
Michael Buffer.
Michael Buffer is the bad guy, and he hires these guys to destroy the area, and they're like a hate group, and they hate everything. And it's like they hate the whites, the blacks, the this, the that. They hate the gays. They hate the puppies. They hate the chickens. They hate everything.
Well, puppies I can see. Fuck
yeah.
puppies.
That's basically Qatar. They hate everything.
Dude, you're in a guitar watching a soccer match. You're one beer away from a good stoning.
Yeah. I mean, how many Americans are going to get arrested there?
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to get arrested and pay your fines. Another, thing to get stoned by 75 people in public.
Get your head fucking cut off, bro.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
They don't mess around over there. They fucking take 5 or 6 bamboo sticks and just beat you right down to the core.
I mean,
That's old school.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust it.
What do we have going on in college?
Tonight's a really light slate. The games are good, but what you do have is you got University of New Mexico playing at home against San Diego State, getting 2.5 touchdowns. So I do like the underdog in that one. Last night we just crushed it in college, but I think we were 5 for 6 or something in college.
Yeah, you guys did good. Yep.
But tonight you got New Mexico home plus 14.5. Night game, national TV. I think they keep it under 14.5 against the Aztecs. That's it for tonight.
Yeah, not much. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, that's really it. We got some college hoops on right now. Penn State just came back and covered. I like them. I think they've covered every game this year. But tomorrow, it's a couple good football games. Couple real good ones. You got Cal playing at home against Stanford, laying 4.5. And it's that announcer's last game ever. The guy that announced that famous when he threw the pass. No, the kickoff where they relayed the ball 48 times, and then he went through and just knocked out the tuba player in the end zone. Well, that guy announcing it, it's his last day tomorrow. So I think Cal gets pumped up for this guy. It's going to be a huge day. The stadium's going to be packed. And I think they'll probably lay it on Stanford at home tomorrow. That looks pretty solid. The other one I like, you got University of Georgia playing Kentucky. Kentucky's going to try to slow that game down. I don't see them winning, but they'll slow it down. I think that'll be under 48.5. University of Georgia, Kentucky. That's really the only play I like in that game. I think it'll go under. And the final game that I absolutely love tomorrow, love it, is you got South Carolina going to Tennessee. The line's 21.5, and it's too high. South Carolina's been playing people tough. I think, Tennessee probably wins the game, but I don't see them covering that 21.5. I really like the Gamecocks tomorrow covering that.
You're at home, right? South Carolina's at home.
I think it's at Tennessee.
Oh, is it?
I think it's at Tennessee. But I see that being a 2-touchdown game. I don't see 21.5. Be a tight SEC game. But those are really the three tomorrow. Tomorrow's a weird slate because you got Austin Peay playing Alabama. It's that weird week where you just got strange teams. I don't know how they schedule that.
Yeah.
It's messed up. And then you got a couple college hoop games tomorrow. You got Rutgers playing Temple. Rutgers minus 4.5. Great coach. They're 3-0. I think they blow Temple out of the gym tomorrow. You got Indiana University minus 2.5 playing Xavier. Indiana University, new coach, Mike Woodson, played for the Knicks. Taking over. He's got some talent, man. They got players at Indiana. I see Indiana beating Xavier soundly tomorrow. And I'm going to give you the best lock of the whole weekend.
All right, here we go.
You got Bucknell playing Georgia in hoops, not football, hoops. Bucknell's plus 12.5. They'll probably win that game. They'll probably beat Georgia. It's again.
Wow.
I said yesterday, three games last night that I gave. I said when there's a mid-major playing against an SEC school in basketball, always take that mid-major. All three of them covered last night easily. I see Bucknell doing the same thing to Georgia tomorrow. No different.
Howie, everybody wants you to learn how to post your plays in Discord.
Well, I got to talk with Evan because the Discord still works?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I know mine got hacked. Let me check with him today and find out how to do that.
Yeah, just you have to make a new email if yours got fucked up. Just make a bullshit email, a Gmail or something, and just use it for that.
That's what I'll do.
Yeah, because some people were missed, like they said, oh, Howie had this or something, and they missed out because they didn't see the show or they didn't.
All right.
And Tommy never posted it, so
That's why you gotta watch the show.
I mean, we definitely have. But Ev, if you could figure that out with Howie,
yeah, I'll get with Evan and get on the Discord.
I got you, Boomer.
That would be great. No, there's only one NHL game today, so that's why we have nothing.
All right, yeah.
Only one.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Bud. Thanks a lot.
All right, fellas.
Give the winners, and that's it. Let's go.
Take it easy, Howie Dewey.
Take it easy, fellas.
Keep it going. All right. So let's just keep this fucking party moving. Is Constantino around earlier, Ev? So we could, he wants to talk a little football too.
Yeah, I'll get him on.
Okay. Rackets, what do you think about the NFL this week? Big game for the Jets, Ev. Big game. Rackets, what do you think about the Jets first, Rackets?
Okay. I love everything about the Jets besides the quarterback. So I love the defense. I love Robert Saleh. I said a couple of years ago, I said that they look like the Niners defense from a couple of years ago, like before they started the year before the Super Bowl when they started to like mesh together and get good. So probably 3 years ago. I like what they're doing. Breece Hall obviously hurts, but I like Breece Hall going into next season. This game against the Patriots, though, I think I don't think they're going to win this game, but I think that they actually
they're going to
13 in a row.
They're gonna win.
This is one of my double results. One of my double result games. This is one of my double results from the big parlay that I had a few weeks ago too. Jets first half, Patriots win the game. It's probably 700. Let me just double check that. But I like them early. It is 700. Look at that guess. I like them early. I like them to be able to – it's going to be a low-scoring game. I think you're looking at like a 7-6 game at halftime, 10-7 game at halftime. Patriots eventually win. I think it stays under the total of 38. Probably not going to play the total, but I will be playing the double result at plus 700 because I love them in those low-scoring games because you only need to really – if you get a 1 to 3 point lead at halftime – other team gets the ball right out of the half, and it's basically like just a regular money line bet. So and it almost happened with Aaron Rodgers last night. They got the ball coming out of half, drove down the field. If they could have fucking scored the touchdown, you're looking at pretty much a tie game right there. So I love them. Love that. I love that side.
Ev, your boys, if they win, they're in first. If they lose, they're in last.
Yeah, it's a crazy situation, but I think I believe we're gonna go into Gillette and we're gonna win because before the bye when we played the Bills, Zach Wilson looked like a completely different quarterback. The week before when we got our teeth kicked in, he looked like shit. He was scrambling all over, doesn't set his feet, threw interceptions everywhere. But against the Bills, he actually stayed in the pocket, made his reads. He looked like an actual genuine good quarterback, and I think that McDaniels got it through his head, or LaFleur rather, got it through his head. If he just stays in the pocket, take those fucking hits, wait for the receivers to get open, you're going to win the football game. He's a good quarterback. He just makes dumbass decisions sometimes. So if he can stay out of his head for this game, I think we're going to win. I think our defenses, we have one of the best defenses in the league right now.
This is the biggest game they've played in a long time.
100%. And I mean, it's for first in the AFC East too. We're first or last in the AFC East too. So,
Mike, what's up?
What's up, fellas?
What do you think about this big Jets game?
Zero interest in it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they played before. If you remember what happened at the end, the Jets picked the ball off, I think, right? Ran it back, and then it was overturned, or Patriots came back to win, right? Is that the same?
That was one of the worst calls in NFL history.
Yeah, I mean, so that was bad. I mean, New England at home, I'm always a fan of them. Jets are just playing above their heads. Are they going to regress and come back down to earth, or are they going to continue to play hard? I mean, their defense looks solid, even by losing Bryce Hall. They're still running the ball well. I mean, they're well coached. I mean, but it's hard for me to go against the Patriots. The line opened at 5.5, and it got bet down to 3.5. So a lot of big money came in on the Jets early in this game.
Yeah,
something to note.
I Don't know. I think it's a toss up. If I had to go anywhere, I
Do the
would
coin
say New
flip.
England.
Is this
What?
a coin flip game?
Is this a coin flip game though?
It definitely is. Let me break out. This might be my second coin flip. Let's see what we
You know,
got.
I came in late, but obviously you don't have to bet every game, right? So, I mean, this is one of the games that I'd put on the pass list. There's a bunch of them this week. There's some tough games this week, but there are some good spots that I like as well. So, you know, you don't have to bet every game, right? So I don't know if this came up for a reason, but it's a tough game. You know, divisional rivals, two teams that hate each other. Belichick despises the Jets. You know, there's a lot at play here. So those are like stay away games for me. And you're right, it is a coin flip.
Here we go. Let's see. Jets are heads. New England's tails. Whoa! It is heads. The Jets will win.
Wow.
Look at Jenna. She's not impressed.
I think you're
I'm
2-0 on coin flip bets, though, no?
I'm not happy about having to go against the coin flip.
I'm not either, but I wasn't gonna go that way, but it's a coin flip. Got to do it. Jets win. Sorry, guys. You're not a Jets fan.
Shane said, my girlfriend says that she lies awake at night thinking about Bill Rupp.
Listen. Many people do for different for different reasons. I mean, right, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Bill is a charming guy.
So let's go right to the other hometown game for us. Proximity game, Lions and Giants. Another one that I think the Giants should just take care of easily. The Giants are 7-2. I think they should win next week also.
We're getting a proximity and a coin flip back to back?
I like the Giants a lot in this
I like the
game.
Giants this week too.
The line is a little shady to me because they don't give any respect to the Giants. So that's the only reason why I think the line is like that. But I, like Mike was saying, well coached. I think the Giants are extremely well coached.
The Giants are the better football team
Daniel Jones
with the better defense.
Daniel Jones is playing way better than he's ever played before. A lot to do with their running game. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, you got to lock him up, Saquon. He's having a great season. They just need a receiver.
They traded one of the Chiefs for like an idiot.
And everybody was going nuts the other day about why they got rid of Tony. You know, because Tony's on Kansas City now, and they never used him.
They didn't use him.
They never gave him a shot.
He was hurt in the beginning of the year. I mean, this is a game I have more of an opinion on. Again, some reverse line movement because I am on the Giants side. But to note, it opened at 4.5. It got bet down to 3, which is a key number, and it showed support and held there. I just think that the Giants are a better football team, just like we talked about earlier. Extremely well coached. Brian Dable is one of my favorite coaches in the league, and Rackets, obviously, you know, from up, you know, he was with you prior. Not only is he a player's coach, I like a coach that has emotion. I can't play for a coach that is muted, like Art Shell back in the day, or nowadays like Lovey Smith, or coaches that don't say a fucking word. Or
John Fox.
I don't know how anybody can play for these guys. Who'd you say?
John Fox.
Yeah, but I mean, just any emotionless coach. I mean, even
Todd Bowles.
Todd Bowles. I mean, yeah, exactly. Great call. But like, I can't play for them, and I coach athletes, so I can't imagine an athlete wanting to play for them. But Brian Dable, on the other hand, players love him. And then we talked about Wink Martindale on here a while ago, right? And I said they were going to get up and beat the Ravens because not only are they playing for Dable, they played that game for him. And now Dable last week lit the fucking Giants offensive line on fire. Did you see that when they jumped off sides? He went to the sidelines. He fucking went bananas. But the players respect that and they respond to that. Love that factor. And then you got the Giants at home. You have dome team, playing outdoors, all these stupid little things. But most importantly, the Lions are the second worst rush defense in the NFL, period, end of story. They're giving up 161 rushing yards a game. So the Giants, as a technically sound, well-coached football team, should go in and run the fucking ball, right? And what do they do good on defense? They defend against the pass very well. So to allow them to stack the box, scheme correctly, Martindale's a great coach. You know, look to take away the run, a hobbled Swift, shut down Williams, who's not that great. Force Jared Goff to beat you, which I don't think is going to happen. So I think the Giants come in, they run the ball, and I think they win.
I think you're spot on. I've been saying, just do the things you got to do, you're supposed to do, and you're going to win.
You know what, Bill? And it's funny because it should be that easy, but these coaches fucking complicate things sometimes. So that's why I like to bet on the good coaches. And then something I learned late in my life, it was either like last year, Bill, or the year before. As you get later in the season, you got to bet teams. And when you look at them from 5,000 foot perspective, you got to look at the quarterback position, you got to look at the head coach position, and you got to look at the defense. And as the season goes on, and then you get into the playoffs, those are like the deciding factors, right? So now I'm finding myself looking at quarterback, head coach, and defense a lot more than I did earlier in the year. And Daniel Jones is playing great, to your point. He's managing the game. He's running. I think he's like the second best running quarterback in the NFL, or it was like a crazy stat I saw.
It's one of my favorite plays of the weekend. I love the Giants.
Me too. I'm with you.
What do you think about the Eagles and the Colts, Rackets? A big game for the Colts here.
Man,
I mean, this is huge for them. Big game.
This is one for the Eagles. If they would have won and stayed undefeated, I would have been all over the Colts money line here. I think the Colts cover with the +7. I think they covered the touchdown. And it's basically just Jeff Saturday has the team playing well, man. Like they're fired up to Mike's point with what Daboll's doing with the Giants. You respect the coach that fires you up. The first thing Jeff Saturday came in there and did, he fucking told the offensive line that they're a pile of shit and made them run the same play 10 times. Like that's as stupid as it sounds. That earns the team's respect. Like no, the prior regime wasn't doing that. They were fucking taking off guys and putting him in one-on-ones instead of fucking making the entire team do the reps like you would.
Matt Ryan had a huge run that game.
Matt Ryan had his longest run of his life. Like
that's something else that he did to get the respect of the locker room. They knew that the veterans wanted Matt Ryan in there. As crazy as that sounds, I mean, he is better than Ellenberger, I guess. But he came in. He's an offensive lineman. He said, "We're going to run the fucking ball, and we're going to bring back Matt Ryan." And he got a win,
which the Colts should, because I mean, he's gotten. They've given. They've had a lot of rest for
Taylor.
So he should be top form like he was last week. Everyone was down on him. I know Tommy had him in DFS. He told everyone that he loved him, and he ended up having a great game. He should play again. He should be pretty well rested and ready to go.
I like the Colts +7 -114. I think you should scoop up that 7 before it drops down because it will be 6.
They could win.
I think they can. I think they can win the game. 100%.
That game opened 10 Rackets. That game opened 10 and got bet down to 7, which is a big move.
It's a big move, and it's about to go down to 6.5. So you're about to go through 2 key numbers, and that's.
You think it's going to go down again?
It's -114 right now at +1.
Wow. So I mean, God, you know what's tough though, buddy? Well, number one, Eagles have.
Well, Mike just muted himself.
Yeah, I think you just muted Mike. Something.
Mike, you muted yourself. Oh, something happened. Your audio went away.
There's not many great games until Mike figures it out, Rackets.
No, the slate is. I feel like I say this every week that these slates are fucking trash, dude. Like there's one good game every week.
Rams and Saints again.
Can you?
There he is.
I didn't even touch nothing. It's weird, but I got a warning thing saying my microphone wasn't working. What I left off saying is that something for the Eagles side here. They have one of the best offensive line matchups in the NFL this week, and it's pretty something important to note. And then the second item to note is, bro, they're going to be indoors in a dome. I mean, when this team plays on a track like the dome, I mean, they put up points. I mean, they have speed everywhere. So that scares me a little bit here. If I had to pick anything here, it would be the Eagles in a 2-game teaser because I think they're a better football team than the Colts. And it was cute with Jeff Saturday and all that. But fucking Eagles on turf in a dome, man, they're scary.
Teasing it down. If you're going to play the Eagles, the tease down would be just them to win the game. I would agree with that.
Yeah, either down to a -0.5 point or put them in a parlay.
So I like the +7. I will have personally a sprinkle on the money line for sure. But the +7 I think is great right now because it's going down.
Every other game, I mean, look at these games. Like, I mean, the Browns and the Bills. I mean, game got moved. Then you got the Rams and the Saints. Like, who cares about that? That's another shitty one. Panthers and Ravens. I mean, Ravens need to win. Commanders and Texans. That's disgusting. Raiders and Broncos. Another bad one. Then you get to the Cowboys and the Vikings, which should be a good game. And, we'll see if the Cowboys could pull something out and the Vikings, if the Vikings are for real. You like anything on that game, Mike, at all?
I think you skipped over one at the 1 o'clocks that I have a little bit of an opinion on.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Bears-Falcons game. I mean,
Okay.
Justin Fields has obviously been playing, out of his head, as we all see. And I just don't see it slowing down yet until he runs into like a top-flight defensive team. And then coming into this game, I like the narrative street. It's a homecoming for him. He grew up down there in Georgia, and he even played at Georgia a little bit. And he's going to be playing in front of tons of friends and family in a dome. That speed, I don't see that going away. I think he has another big game here against the Falcons. That line opened, Falcons -4.5, got bet down to 3. So some sharp money did come in on the Bears. But I don't trust the Bears defense, especially in the run game, to stop versus a really good running team like the Falcons. And you know me, I love my offensive line. Falcons have the highest rated offensive line rating in the run department. That means that their offensive line rated out better than any other team in the NFL this week against the defensive line in the run game of the Bears. That means they're going to open up massive holes and have fast people on their side of the ball. I could see an over here. I like the over in this game. I think both teams are going to put up points. In the dome, the total right now is 49.5. So we're looking for like 25 to get over that 50. I see this game being like a 30-something game, or like 30-something to 28. I like the over there.
This game, a little preview of the roundtable. This is a nice pivot game off the Browns and Bills stack and the Chargers and Chiefs stacks for DFS this week.
I agree.
Yeah.
I like this game a lot.
They have Fields at 69.5 rushing yards on DraftKings this week. I mean, he's been getting 100, right?
He's killing it. I mean, he's playing the best football that you could ask for out of anybody. And the crazy thing is, my starting quarterback, Bill, in our league, I have Jalen Hurts. And I got to painfully watch Justin Fields sit on my bench because I just couldn't take him out up until this point. You know what I mean? But he's crushing everybody, scoring 45 points a week in DFS. And again, here in a dome versus the Falcons, I don't see him stopping in a homecoming game in front of all his friends and family. Points. This is an over game.
Yeah, I like his rushing. I mean, right off the bat. If I'm going to put that out as a play, I like that 69.5. I think he gets 100.
Should we give away a free week since Tommy's not here to tell us no?
What, did he not want to eat the gum? Is that why he's not here?
Who the hell knows, Mike?
He's supposed to eat the gum today. I don't know if he told you, Bill, but I have 1988 packs in my garage with the gum in it.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
man.
Three
Extra
more-
4 years. Let's go. 4 more years.
Tommy's an idiot. We set this whole thing up and everything, and then he just goes and he drinks and he does everything. And I mean, it's just kind of fucked up to me because he just doesn't care. That's what pisses me off.
I guess we smashed the missed show total here, Evan. At this point on the air.
Yeah.
That
got it
line,
now.
that line moved like 4 times. I think.
Can we
the total's
live
like
bet
9.5.
it? Can we live bet it?
I mean, he's an idiot.
What about the round table? Will he wake up for the round table?
He went to bed at like 7:30 this morning. He won't wake up until Monday.
Have you talked? Oh, you know that?
No, I haven't even spoken to him. He didn't answer my calls or anything.
No. All right. Well, we're here. We're breathing fire, breaking down this NFL, and I can't wait to get to the fight game because I got something special for my Bellator fans tonight.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I've been putting. So we'll get to that in a minute. The only thing that reason scares me with the Falcons, Cordell Patterson only had, I think, 5 carries last week, which was very weird because it was his second game back. He had scored 2 touchdowns the week before, and he only had 5 carries, and then he apologized to like all of his fans, like I just didn't get any carries. So I don't know what the Falcons were doing there. Hopefully he gets some more, but I do love that Fields over 69.5. I think he gets over 100 again because he realizes the only way they have a shot to win is with his legs. So I like that play a lot. Rackets, is there any other game that you're looking at that you like a lot? Not many good ones.
There's not many good ones, and this one falls in line with that. Raiders Broncos under 41.5. No idea how this total is over 40. I don't see this game going over. But both offenses are fucking dog shit. Neither defense, the Broncos defense pretty good. Raiders defense pretty bad, but Russell Wilson, he's calling audibles that he had with the Seahawks. I don't think he has any fucking idea what's going on. I don't know if you guys saw that article that came out yesterday, but Russell Wilson's been calling audibles from his Seahawks days, and nobody on the Denver offense has any fucking idea what he's calling. So give me the under 41.5 in this game, -110.
He's just up there yelling like, "Woo, 42!"
Did you guys see this or no?
I saw it. Yeah, retired Denver player.
Fucking incredible.
I didn't see
Called
it either.
Seahawk audibles. Nobody knows.
That's fucking awesome. I mean, what is he losing his mind?
I said a couple weeks ago, Future broke him when he said he's still smashing Sierra in a rap video. And he hasn't been the same since.
What the hell?
Yeah, so Evan put that on the sheet, under 41.5. I don't think that game gets anywhere near 41.5.
That's awesome.
I was silenced in the chat by Shane Vendrell via proxy from his girlfriend who wants me to talk less so Bill can talk more.
Shane's girlfriend loves Bill.
Oh, let's go.
Is this a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Definitely not me. So
Somebody's got to put pictures in here or something. I mean, what's going on?
Look at all these entries we're getting in the chat. Look at this.
Mike,
Tommy's not here. Everybody wants to. There you go. Let's give
Mike,
it away.
any other game that you did you love that you'd like to talk about or give a play out for or anything?
Yeah, I mean, not like let's say love, but a couple things of note. Let's say, like, I think it's very interesting. It's a tricky line here with the Cowboys at the Vikings. You know,
That's
up to
gonna be.
2.5.
I think we're gonna learn a lot on that game.
Yeah, it got bet down to 1.5. I see a physical football game here, a good NFL game, but find it very interesting that the Vikings at 8-1 at home are underdogs. So that's telling me that, I mean, this is like almost like a Cowboys game. I got to look at the metrics and look at the line and everything like I usually do, the offensive line, but that jumps off the page at me as a fucking fishy line.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I do think the Bengals need a win. They need to beat the Steelers to get to 6-4 to have a shot at the playoffs. And then you get Sunday night, Chiefs and the Chargers, which should be another good one. Chiefs should handle their business there. The Chargers, I don't think the Chargers are any good.
That total just went up as we were watching it. I just looked at it and it was 50.5. It is now 51.5, minus 118. So it's juiced. Somebody must have hit that hard just now, but I think that game goes over as well.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
I mean, this season I just seen so many stupid.
Jenna's leaving.
Bye, Jenna. So many stupid big bets. Like
the Eagles one took the cake on Monday night.
500. Mike, did you see that? Someone put 500,000 on the Eagles money line.
Yeah, to
win
win like something, nothing.
35K or something.
I mean, what do you? I don't understand. I mean, I just don't understand some of these bets.
If you look at it from an investment standpoint, you're like, oh, well, I wouldn't get that money in the bank. I understand it, but like, I could never fucking lay down that much money only expecting
on a division game too. Well, listen, they should have won. I mean, they were 11-point favorite, but. No.
Well, listen, it's like social media, right? And Instagram, don't believe anything you see. That same guy could have fucking took the other side plus 8.5 on an alt line, plus money and tried to middle it. You know, you only see the head's tail of the coin, you know, so I don't believe any of that shit. I mean, some of it I do, but you never know. Maybe live bet, hedged out, cashed out, you know, but I didn't think they were going to lose. I didn't think there was any chance they were going to lose.
No, me neither.
I wouldn't have done that.
But. So yeah, that's about it for the NFL. Listen tonight, sign up for 4dbets.com. You get the roundtable tonight. Those guys love that show. They do a great job. Will Tommy be there? Will Tommy not be there? Who the hell knows?
Dun, dun, dun.
Doesn't really matter. If he's not there, it goes on anyway, right? So everybody still does their job. They do it well, and it'll still go on. Everyone, you know, be pumped up for that. Have some good info for you on that one.
One thing I wanted to add, the Bills over the last 3 weeks are bottom 2 or 3 in the league in rush defense. Look for Nick Chubb to have a fucking big day, or at least be heavily involved this week.
I have Nick Chubb on my list. I'm definitely going to have him for a touchdown. I'm going to have him like in 100 in a touchdown, like some type of play like that too. I might parlay him and Fields. So guys, look, just join for the week, guys. Get some, because I'm going to have some crazy NFL bets. 100 and a touchdown, 100 and a touchdown, 100 and a touchdown. I'm going to do that with a couple guys this week. Like I saw a few people do betting last week that won. I like that. Yeah, I like Chubb a lot. So let's go into the UFC, Mike. Well, let's say MMA, because we do have Bellator tonight, and one of my favorite fighters is fighting tonight.
It's got to be Nurmagomedov, obviously.
Correct. I had him parlayed last night with a lot of things that will close out tonight if he wins. I know I got him at 625 on DraftKings yesterday. He was like 700 on FanDuel. They didn't have like inside the distance or anything else on that last night. I don't know if they added it today.
DraftKings has it.
Yeah, it was too early yesterday, so I couldn't do any of that. So I had to just take the money line. But what are you looking at on this card?
I have a bet that I really, 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 really like, and I contemplated not giving it out here and
Ooh, okay.
only doing it, at 4 Deep. However, you know me, I don't play World Series of Fighting and Bellator and all that.
No, I know.
Find the spot that I really like. So I am going to give it here, and I'm going to talk about it, but I want this to be a prelude for anybody who doubts, us at 4 Deep. If this hits, when it hits, sign the fuck up. To Bill's point, buy a day, buy a week, buy a month. I mean, we got knowledge. Let's talk about it. So what I'm going to give you first off, last week we can't gloss over 2-0 on our free bets here, including the main event, plus 185 in the switching hands of a title. I was all over our boy. He won, Pereira. Yes, it started slow, but he got the job done, got the win. We cashed it. And Dan Hooker, I said, would outclass the other guy, and he did. So we went 2-0 there. We wound up winning for the subs with our expanded bets, one more units there. We crushed the prop I gave out on Brian Robinson over 33 yards rushing. He had almost 100. So we've been pretty hot. And that's why I'm going to share this Bellator bet with you tonight. So,
All right, let's go.
for those of you that know me, I'm in the fight game. So I've coached fighters, managed fighters, and promoted fights. And this one is of the latter three. I promoted a fight, and too bad Tommy's not here because he was there. It was a couple of years ago in Florida at the Hard Rock, the Guitar Hotel. And we had a bunch of studs on the card. And a friend from down Florida said, you got to see this kid from American Top Team. You got to put him on the card. He's a killer. He's going to be champ. He's going to blah, blah, blah. So let me fast forward. The fighter that I'm talking about is 6-0 as an amateur. He's 8-0 here as a pro with 8 knockouts, including 6 first-round knockouts. But above and beyond that, he's fucking really good. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but when you hear the reason also against the other person on paper, it's almost like that Instagram life. Sometimes it's not what it seems, right? So the opponent here. So first off, the bet and the fighter is Roman Faraldo. Okay, I'll start with that. DraftKings has a minus 180, which is the best line out there. And the fighter that he's fighting, and this is where I really like it. It's not what it seems on the surface. So the fighter himself, he's from Georgia, the country, not Georgia the state. And on the surface, he looks like he has a great record. But then when you start to peel back the layers to the onion, this is how he started his career. All first-round knockouts. All first-round knockouts on the regional scene in Georgia against an 0-1 fighter who at the time was 0-0, never fought again. 0-0, never fought again. 0-3, finished in all 3. 0-0, never fought again. 0-0, never fought again. So, yeah, he knocked them all out in the first round. So you look and you're like, wow, 6-0, 6 first-round knockouts. And all those, by the way, were under a minute, under like 40 seconds. Never fought again. They're cans. Then he fights another fighter, 0-1. Then he fights a guy that's 1-2. Then he fights a guy that's 3-5. And then he finally makes it to like a bigger show, and he's only 2-1 since then. So I got my guy who's an absolute fucking killer. 8 first rounds, like I said, 8 knockouts, 6 first round, and he's done it in a variety of ways. Punches, elbows, knees, and flying knees. He's really technically sound, scary, powerful. Absolutely love him at minus 180. Now, I looked at inside the distance, props, KO, and all that. But if I have him at 180, I'm not going to lay 120, 125 to only have him by knockout. So it keeps me on him at minus 180. So I'm going to do a cross-promotion parlay where we're going to take Faraldo tonight. Now, I am going to bet more on him than what I'm going to give you now. I'm going to do what Bill said, put him in parlays with different people, probably take a lead on a lot of the UFC fights for tomorrow and my NFL games on Sunday because I feel very strongly about Roman Faraldo tonight. So rather than laying 180, I'll try to get a whole bunch of situations where I create plus EV. Parlays, plus 180, plus 140, all over the place, right?
That's what I did with Nurmagomedov last night.
And we'll touch on that because I have a thought on that fight too. But for the official bet here, we're going to take Faraldo and we're going to parlay him with the UFC tomorrow. We have Charles Johnson. He's minus 165 on DraftKings. And when we put them together, we get plus 150. I feel confident about that bet of Faraldo tonight. Johnson tomorrow night. So Johnson made his UFC debut on short notice, and he fought Mokaev, who's a phenom. We just bet on him. He cashed recently, but he was taken down 12 times, but he showed tremendous heart, didn't get finished. He's really long. He's going to have inches of height and reach here on a fighter who's like 1-4 in the UFC thus far. And
Wait,
I talked about...
Have we ever bet that other guy, Zumagulov? Or did
we have. He's been in the UFC for a while. We've probably bet on and against him. Yeah, he's 1-4 in the UFC. But more importantly, this is one of those setup spots that I really like, that they reward a fighter. So Johnson comes to the UFC, gets taken down 12 times by an undefeated phenom, Mokaev, who's still undefeated and still a phenom. And now they give him a 1-4 fighter with 1 foot out the door. And he has all the metrics advantages, height, reach, weight, all that. I think it's a great spot for him. I think he gets the dub. And again, rather than looking to fuck around and play him inside the distance, just going to put him with Geraldo and get back plus 150, and I'll be happy with that. So that's an official bet, free bet, Ev.
I love
it.
Love it.
And then the other free bet I'll give you, it's one that we're going back to the well on, and it's Derek Lewis in the main event by knockout, plus 220. I mean, if you're going to give me over 2-1 on my money on Derek Lewis to win by knockout, I'd probably take it against 7 out of 10 guys, right? It's a couple people who I wouldn't. But the most important thing here, he's coming off a couple bad losses, and he's only been fighting top flight competition. But now he's an underdog. I mean, you're going to get Sergey Spivak here is minus 200. And I get it. He's a good wrestler and whatnot. It's not as if Derek Lewis has never fought wrestlers, but the key to this fight for me, he's not an American-type wrestler that's going to shoot from the outside and try to suck up singles and doubles like you think of. He's more of like your Khabib wrestler. It's going to look to get body locks and trip you to the ground. So for him, in order to take down Lewis, he's going to have to open his arms and get around him. So, I mean, Lewis is going to have multiple opportunities to knock him the fuck out. Period. End of story. I just think it's not the best matchup for Spivak to be a minus 200 favorite. And in my opinion, Derek Lewis isn't submitting him. And I don't think he can win a decision, because if it goes the distance, that means that Spivak avoided getting knocked out and most likely laid and prayed, or perhaps even finishes Lewis. So I'm going to take the min loss that I can, which would be 1 unit, but I'm going to risk that 1 to win 2.2 by taking Lewis by knockout. So that's another free bet. Derek Lewis plus 220 on FanDuel to win by knockout.
Awesome. I love it. Yeah, we did. You killed it last week. Started out a little slow, and then just by the end, it was just fire.
You had Pereira too in that main event. You could talk about that for a second.
Yeah, we had him plus 185. Title changed hands. We had a good week. To Bill's point, we started slow, and even in the chat, it was hard. And I kept saying, guys, we have a lot left, because we had 2 5-unit plays, left that both cashed. The 3-unit play that cashed. We hit a nice underdog bet. So I'm excited about tomorrow's card as well. And even tonight's Bellator fight. You can hear me about Geraldo. Here's somebody I promoted his fight. I was told about him before he even had his first. That was his first pro fight that we promoted. And now he's 8-0. I mean, I knew about him before he's 8-0. And he's still fucking good. Go watch his highlights.
So what do you think about Nurmagomedov tonight, Mike? Do you have any feelings?
I mean, I like him, but the problem is that I'm not going to lay to 700. It's almost like the Eagles versus the Redskins, especially against a champion. He's a Bellator champion. He has very good wins. He's a high-level jiu-jitsu black belt. And Pitbull, I'm talking about his opponent, also has 8 first-round knockouts. So, I mean, it's not like he's going in there, Nurmagomedov, and fighting a slouch. I mean, he's fighting a world champion with knockout power and high-level jiu-jitsu. So, yeah, he should get the job done, I'm sure, but I'm not going to lay the big line on it, per se.
Yeah, he's the last part of my parlay, so I'm definitely going to be hedging with the 540 on the other side. So I put that as just the last piece. It added a little bit to my money, and now I get the 540 hedge, which,
I like Geraldo better, obviously.
Yeah, which I told everybody yesterday, which I was going to do, and that worked out. So yeah, that's great, and that's about it, guys. We've said all we've had to say about anything. Rackets, do you have anything else for this weekend that you like?
I think I'm gonna bet Andre Rublev right now, plus 150. The match against Tsitsipas starts in less than 15 minutes. Starts in 7 minutes. I'm gonna put that out for the subscribers. I was just hemming and hawing on it. I got to do it on my phone though, because I can't even put it in while we're on here. Plus 150, Andre Rublev. Take that now.
All right, guys, there you go. Ev, anything you have? Are you doing anything exciting this weekend?
Not really doing anything exciting. Just watching the games.
Nice.
But we do have a giveaway to give. So
we do have a giveaway.
I have a quick question. Rackets, are you cold outside with no jacket on, sitting in the snow?
Bro, I've shoveled so much snow in the last fucking 12 hours.
I couldn't live there. I sent
Bill the picture this morning, Mike. It's insane, dude.
Send it to me.
I'll send it to you. It's
I
fucking
couldn't live
wild,
there
bro.
in Buffalo with this crap.
Evan, how are you? About you?
It's not even December.
There's no snow. We got
Really?
snowed on the other day, but there's
Wow.
not fucking 4 feet.
Here,
Rackets
I'll
has.
actually I'll send it in the I'll send it in the thing. It's fucking
This is
wild.
like crazy. Like that's crazy. All that. It's not even December. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. And you're getting all that snow. Go ahead. Ev, do the giveaway real fast.
Here we go. Close entries. Pick winner, and it's Peter Vincent. Always here.
Oh, okay. That's my man.
Let's go, Silent Padrino, right? I think that's Silent Padrino.
Always here, Peter. And then here comes the chat saying it's rigged and there's collusion.
Yeah, of course. Peter Vincent's my man. He's awesome. He's always
Check your
in.
text, guys.
He's always in the on Twitter and everything, liking everything, following everything, everything. So he's awesome. Glad he won. Congratulations, guys. We'll do the card thing on Monday. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's awesome.
Everybody
That was
knows.
this morning, dude. That wasn't even that was at 8 o'clock this morning, Mike. That wasn't even fucking anything in the last 6 hours.
I'll be safe. That's great.
We
You
might have-
got your phones charged and everything with the gas. Bill, did he buy a shovel? Did Rackets go to the hardware store and buy a shovel?
No,
No,
Rackets already had him.
I had my shovel. I had to go to the store for everything else that everybody needed: milk, eggs, sugar, bacon, shit, dude.
I mean, but why do people get eggs and milk when it's about to snow? What do
They
you
want to bake. They want to bake cookies, eat hot chocolate, drink hot chocolate, cuddle. You know,
It's funny just because that's what we absolutely needed. Like we were out of milk, we were out of eggs, we were out of bread, we were out of sugar. I need that shit. I need the sugar for coffee, but I was just like, dude, I'm going there because we're legitimately out of everything that everybody's just fleeing to the store for. It's so funny.
crazy. Mike, any final words or anything exciting you're doing over the weekend?
Well, it starts tonight at the roundtable. So my fun weekend will kick off doing my research for tonight's roundtable and writing my UFC betting blueprint for tomorrow. You know, and then tomorrow we'll be watching the fights in football, and Sunday watching football. So, you know, that's it. It's an all sports weekend. But get there tonight. Our NFL roundtable's been on fire. You know, we've been really slaying it on the roundtable. So get there and watch that tonight.
We do have a bone to pick with you, though. You did lose to the Night Ghost in our 4 deep league
Oh yeah.
because you didn't put in your defense, and Night Ghost actually got a win. We were trying to
I forgot.
Night
about it.
Ghost. We were trying to keep Night Ghost winless.
Why didn't you tell me? I forgot. I forgot. I did the pick'em sheet and I forgot to do the.
We were so. Oh my God! What Night Ghost just beat you because you forgot the defense or whatever, and now Night Ghost has a win.
I didn't realize it.
Yeah, we're trying to keep the Ghost at 0 wins all season,
Sorry, you had to text me.
but it didn't happen.
My fault, though. I take responsibility for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough with all the stuff going on. But yeah, guys, that's it. Tune in Monday. We're going to have to make Tommy eat something else also besides that gum for punishment.
Maybe he ate sleeping pills.
Yeah. So guys, DM me or just go on my Twitter or on or Stay Cashin or something. Write what you think Tommy's punishment should be on Monday. So he's got to eat the gum, and what else can we make him eat? Something that we could buy around here in the New Jersey area, like not like something like, I don't know, like a dick of an animal or something.
We should
Something
make him do a post office audit.
something that we could, we don't want to get him arrested. Something that we could buy that he could eat or that we have at the house or something like that. So send in some suggestions, and Monday we will make this happen.
I have a suggestion. You ever see those 1 chip challenges? Why don't we order one of the chips?
That might be. He
Or
does
5 of the chips.
He does
Whatever,
that.
but I'm saying those are fun because everybody who thinks they can do it, when I see them do it, they're almost dead.
I did ask Tommy about that before, and he said that he didn't think he could do it, but he does like hot stuff, so that's weird.
That might be a good one.
So we'll see about him. They do sell them at my 7-Eleven. So we'll see about that. Anything else, guys? I'm sorry about the contest and everything today. Tommy screwed it all up. We'll keep playing.
Yell at Tommy on Twitter. Tell him how mad you are at
Yeah,
him on
exactly. Get at him on there. Ev, that's about it. We have not much else to do. We said it all, and hopefully we have a great weekend of winning. Howie put out his bets, Mike put out his, Rackets and mine. Evan hit last night. You have anything for the weekend, Evan? Anything you came up for the weekend or no?
Subscribe.
There you go.
Subscribe.
Like, follow, share.
There you
That's
go.
right.
That's it, guys. We are finished for the day. Stay cashing and let's go!